For starters, outside we have a paved driveway and a poured concrete walkway. It's a brick front, and there's plenty of pollen for everyone. Poured concrete in the front porch, covered front porch, which I always love to see. Nice windows. Windows feel wood. House is vacant inside. I love this wide, deep porch. It's deep enough that you can put a porch swing on it or several chairs. You can sit and look out over a nice quiet street. Love this. Coming inside, there's 4x4, it's actually 2x2 tiles that is kind of designed to look like a mosaic or like slate. To the left, there's this coat closet, metal bifold doors in the coat closet. Let's try this again. And immediately to the right, the living room. Architecturally speaking, formal living room. This is panel flooring, so newer plank flooring in this toasty oak color. It's one big window over here in the front. There is a storm window. You can see there's two storm windows, but it is the original window in the front. And the baseboard heat, I bet that's been turned off because in the ceiling right here are new heat vents. This is a nice size room. I love the fact that there's 3 outlets along this wall. It's got nice fresh blue-gray paint, and it walks straight into the dining room. This is a terrific chair rail, 2 windows, nice big picture windows, no chandelier, so you can do whatever you want. If you didn't want to use this room as a formal dining room, that's okay too. So the no chandelier was a great call. Coming to the back, we have the kitchen. Dark cabinets. Same color paint throughout. I like that. I wonder what's behind this wall. Maybe that's the living room comes that far. All right. 2 outlets there, and a third almost as if they used to have a TV mounted. Little bar area over there. Cabinets have been painted dark. I like that double oven. Your fridge is over here in the corner. It all works. This opens. Doesn't get blocked. This opens. Formica countertops. They look like a granite, but they are Formica. Double sink. It's a moderate depth. It's not super deep, but it's not shallow either. The cabinets have been painted, and they are like a glossy, deep brown. But I like that there is a picture window over the sink that looks out the backyard, overlooks the garage, which is also brick and has a little shed on the back. You have lots of cabinet space in here, a black dishwasher. With something left in it. And again, the same flooring throughout here. Electric cooking, double oven, this Pizza Hut one, and your full-size one. Microwave is right over it. And here is pantry space, and it's deep pantry space. So it does have the bar, and it doesn't have pullouts, etc., but it is deep, and it is consistent. A little bit more. This is a great drop zone right here, or I would say coffee station, but note there's no electrical outlets. Coming back through here, we have our laundry room. Not unusual in this style of a home, hot water tank and washer dryer, but there's also here this drop zone storage. And I love that there are shelves and that the shelves are different heights. So over here in the corner, we've got some tall and some less tall, and you could use this as a great pantry, a great place for appliances. You could take some of the shelves out and put a rod in there to hang things. That's super great. And then there's a door exiting out to the back door. We'll go check out the yard in a bit. So looping back around, this is a nice sized den. Again, same color. Interesting that I'm going to point out, I happen to notice on the wall over here, I can see that it looks like the wall's not entirely flat. As I examine that a little more closely before I walk over to it, I'm going to share that this is paneling on these walls. And they've painted the paneling, and I bet most people wouldn't even notice this. I frequently tell people when they're looking at homes and they walk into an older home and say, oh, it's paneling. I say paint it. No one will know, especially and including you, because you know what went behind these panels? In the house that we lived in that had paneling, behind the paneled walls, there was styrofoam that they used as insulation. I say just paint it. Keep life easy and moving forward. Paint it. Speaking of forward, when we walk out this door, I love this screened porch. It's great. Cement floor, it steps down, the back of the fireplace. It is all screened. It's a beautiful day here today. So all you're going to notice is the pollen that gets caught in the screens. Yes, you are going to have to wipe that out. You can hose it down very, very gently. Don't rip your screen. But this is great. I love this space. And if you really didn't want to keep it as a screen porch, you could convert it, put glass in there. Here's the backyard. It is semi-fenced. It's fenced on that side. It's not really fenced. It looks like it has a metal fence. It's not really fenced along the back. So it's semi-fenced yard. They've put straw down as if they've put grass seed down, which they may have. You'll know later when the grass starts to come in. Back here behind the garage is a giant workshop. I love that. Great for your lawnmower or workbench. There's electricity in here, which is not turned on. So hopefully there's electricity in here. You could probably, if you wanted to, use this as an office. It could be a workout room. It could be a recording studio. What do you want to do with it? So back here you have a kind of natural fence. Looks like a pile of wood, to be honest with you, like someone stacked the wood for a wood burning fire. And you've got a nice sized backyard. This is interesting. I see this brick on top of something. Let's take a quick little examination there. Ordinarily speaking, I would say this would be a propane tank. It's electric cooking inside. I don't know what this is for. We'll have to do some exploration and investigation because I don't think we're on well and septic here. Looking at the back of the screened-in porch, I like this. Again, the house is predominantly brick. There's a little bit of vinyl siding over that, over the peak of the porch. But I love that it's brick. And we're at mid-afternoon. You get really nice afternoon sun. This is lovely. Probably there's a couple of places I can see in the yard. Maybe you can see that this is raised. I bet that there are some active moles and voles here. I personally treat that just to deter them. I don't want to hurt them, but I deter them by putting chili powder in the mole holes, and that tends to cause them to go elsewhere. So there's your DIY trick of the day. Back into this den area, which again is a really nice, comfortable size. Don't forget that at the front of the house, you have that giant living room and a nice size eat-in kitchen. Actually, as I stand here and think about this kitchen, especially if the electric baseboards are not in use, I think I would build a banquette, and it would be, like a banquette style and a nice round dinette table. All right, through here again. This is what caused me to notice that that is paneling. Doesn't bother me at all. Back in here to tile floor. And let's look at the bedrooms. All right, bedroom number 1 on the front of the house. This is a nice size. I bet that it's like 10 by 12. Dome light, 2 windows. This one does not look fully shut. So I bet they're original windows. And metal door, bifold for the closet. Across the hall, there's a couple of doors. You've got a linen closet and a coat closet. So again, you've got a coat closet here that's near-ish to the foyer, or you could put a hanging rack off the mudroom and have a coat closet there. Tell you what I really like about this bathroom, super envious, it has 2 sinks. It's Formica countertop. It is a yellow tile floor. But I love that it's 2 sinks. I do wish there were 2 light switches. You can tell that the original bathroom was this harvest gold. So, and they used to, right here, there was probably sliding doors on the bathtub and they've removed them. I like that everything else is intact. An interesting hinge on the door, I like that. And inside this bathroom, there is a really bright blue background. That is Caribbean. Oh yeah. I bet the whole bathroom used to be that color. Newer toilet, original floor. Nice space in here. Coming down the hall, there's 2 more bedrooms. Let's do this one on the front first. I love that there's 2 windows. And that is a big closet. This room feels different from the last one. It's probably a little bit bigger. It is not as long. I bet that that one's 9 by 12 and this one's more like 12 by 12, but it does not feel as long. However, you can put a double bed where I'm standing. You could put a double bed there where I'm looking. You have a nice sized closet with metal bifold doors that probably are going to want a little bit of adjustment. It closes, but only when I pulled it, not when I pushed. And then the primary suite. So bedroom's a nice size. Let's call it 14 by 14. You could put a king size bed right here along that wall, coming out in either direction. Let's see if this heat still works. I like the windows. And, oh, this bathroom's blue. Okay, blue shower, ceiling's tiled. I'm telling you, you can't tile a bathroom right now like this and have it still be in great shape 30 or 40 years from now. And all in all, this is a pretty large, like I can't touch that wall from the other side. I can touch front to back, but I can't touch in the other directions. Okay. It is a single vanity, toilet, window. I like this. Like this. Let's check. I turn the heat on and up. I don't hear any ticking. and I'm touching it, it's not even getting warm. So I'm going to go with the thermostats are still here in the room, but they're not working. I am not going to pull the attic down. I do hear ticking now that I turned the thermostat off. However, look, this has been replaced. I want this to be a thermostat. Instead, it might just be humidity control. Maybe the thermostat is here and it's off. I don't know. I don't hear any difference. So we would need, I do hear it ticking, which it would do to turn on and off. Let's take another quick look. Family space, family living, den. Walk through to the kitchen. There's a beautiful porch, a nice sized kitchen. Egress to the driveway, a formal dining space if you would like it. Otherwise, beautiful thing about real estate, use this room for whatever you like. It would make a good office, a good playroom. This very large living space. Can't you just picture people gathering here and several seating sections? Love this. Looping back out to the front porch. If this is something that is of interest, let me know.